In this book, we follow a teenage boy named Virgil who lives in a small southern town. Dark high school drama with a twist, a little bit of a fantasy twist. I've read some more. It's a while later. I've gotten up to page 211. He deals with trauma in a very interesting way. Tonight, me and my boyfriend watched Camp Rock, so like. But I promised I would show it here as well, so I'm gonna show such a beautiful box set. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel and a new reading vlog. Today is Monday, April 10th, and it's around 5 o'clock in the evening, and I've just been working all day. I just got out of the shower, put on the comfy clothes, and I'm going to sit on the couch and read a little bit. And this is what I'm currently reading. It's Howl by Sean David Hutchinson. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that I actually have read quite a few books by Sean David Hutchinson. This is one of the few that I haven't read. I have many on my TBR, but it's also kind of been a while since I read by this author. It was kind of in the beginning of my like reading journey or like booktube journey that I read books by him. I read Feral Youth by Sean David Hutchinson, really like that one. And I've read another one, I can't remember what it's called, but it has a lot of books out there, and his books are usually about like important life lessons. They're pretty like serious. His book's like contemporary, but this one is not contemporary, and I don't know if this is the first one that he has written that's not contemporary, because I can't remember that I've read any fantasy by him. Oh, I've read We Are the Ants by him. That was the first book that I read by him. Love the cover. It's a beautiful cover. I'm going to show you. We Are the Ants. I really enjoyed that one when I first read it, but it's been a while. It's been a few years since I've read books by this author, so I was kind of hesitant to hop back into it because I feel like you can outgrow writing styles, you can outgrow authors, and I've been reading so much Stephen King as of lately, so I feel like that's like so bad because I'm gonna compare the writing and everything, but no, I'm not gonna do that. But I've started Howl by Sean David Hutchinson, and I'm currently on page 31, so I've just recently started it yesterday. In this book, we follow a teenage boy named Virgil who lives in a small southern town, like small southern city where everyone kind of knows of each other. Everyone knows of each other's family. You either have gone to school together or like work together. Your parents have been in school together. You know what I mean? Like a small town like that. And Virgil is drunk at a party and wanders away, and he gets back and he has been attacked by something, bitten and attacked by something, and he claims to everyone that it was a monster. As a reader, you don't know either yet. He claims it's a monster and no one believes him. The doctors don't believe him, his family don't believe him, his friends don't believe him, but according to Virgil, a monster attacked him. And basically that's where I'm at. That's happened. He's been in the hospital and he's trying to tell people that a monster attacked him, but no one believes him. That's where I'm at, actually. Like, if nothing else has happened. He's kind of getting tired of it, and people are explaining that it's probably some sort of animal, but he's 100% sure that it was a monster, but yeah. So we basically don't really have anything yet. I believe this is gonna be a werewolf story, looking at the cover, and I think I saw some Goodreads review that it's a werewolf story, which I'm excited about, and I think that's like the only supernatural thing. I don't think it's gonna be like other stuff. I think it's gonna be only werewolves, which is cool. So we basically follow a teenage boy in a small southern city, love that setting, where everyone knows each other and we have monsters. Like, how cool does that sound? And I definitely haven't gotten into it too much. I'm not super invested in it, but I've just only started, so I can't really judge it just yet. But I'm gonna hop on the couch and try to eat some, and in about an hour my boyfriend is gonna come over and we're gonna order food, I think, because I was sick, as you know from my last reading vlog, and then he got sick, so we're finally both well again, so we can eat proper food. So we're gonna, you know, celebrate with some good takeout food. And also it's my weekend now. I'm off for 2 days now. I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday, so I'm gonna celebrate that, obviously. Here are the two other books by him that I mentioned. It is We Are the Ants, which I remember thoroughly enjoying, but I haven't read it in ages. But a lot of tabs, as you can see. This was the first book I read by him. I really enjoyed that, I remember. And then I've also read Feral Youth by him, which was about a group of troubled teens in like a wilderness camp sort of setting. And I remember really enjoying that one too. So yeah, these two I've read by him also. It is Wednesday and I want to jump on here, update you guys on the book. I've been reading quite a bit both today and yesterday, and I've gotten up to page 143 in this book, and I'm enjoying it definitely, but it's nothing special at all. As I've mentioned, we follow Virgil, who is a teenage boy which I don't think I mentioned that it's a small town in the southern US where everyone knows of each other, and that one night he was at a party, got drunk, and something happened to him in the woods, and he got back and he claims that he was bitten by a monster and no one believes him. But what I didn't mention that is pretty important to the story is that Virgil has not lived in this small town his whole life. He's just moved there with his dad. So he's like this new kid in town because his parents got a divorce and he couldn't stay with his mom because she just works all the time. She doesn't really have time for him, which is sad. And so he and his dad moved to this town where his father's parents live, so his grandparents. So they were living with them until the dad can like make the money to buy a new house for them. And Virgil hates it. He definitely did not want to move. He misses his friends, he misses his boyfriend, and he is really, really missable there. And his grandparents just not really get along. So it's just not a happy situation for him. So it's like no school, new town, and not only like that, but he gets to rumor, obviously, because this party happened before the school year started, like a few days before the school year started. So when he arrived to his first day of school at this new high school in this small town, everyone knew of him because he was that guy that claims he has been attacked by a monster. Everyone makes fun of him for that, which obviously sucks. So he's not having a great time. We followed him in school. He's gotten some friends now, and it's just no one believes him. And even himself, like, he can't really say what attacked him. And just now, recently in the book, he has started to notice that something is not right with him. He's experiencing like hair from the wounds. He's experiencing like something is going on, but all the doctor says that the wounds are fine, they're healing nicely, there's nothing wrong there, you're not infected, anything. But Virgil senses that there's something wrong, and something is definitely going on. Virgil himself doesn't really know what attacked him. He just says it's a monster, and as a reader you don't really know yet as well. You do get flashbacks from that night of like how he lay on the ground and claws attacked his back, but like you don't know what it is yet. So yeah, it's cool, it's fun, but it's not anything special, and I feel like it's just a fun and easy book. It's nothing really too special going on. So yeah, as for now, we have more of like the shitty family situation drama kind of thing, and not the whole fantasy element of something that attacked him or bit him in the forest. We have that as well, but I feel like so far we're just getting into that. But so far it's mostly been like family drama, dysfunctional families, and like trying to fit in a new school. I feel like that's where we have gotten so far, but I feel like we're finally getting some more clues and some more thoughts on the fantasy aspect of this book, which I've been waiting for, so I'm glad that that's finally happening. But yeah, it is a beautiful sunny day. I was off yesterday and I'm off today before I work the entire weekend, so I really want to get a chunk of this book read today, even more than I've already done. So I am going to hop on the couch and hopefully get some reading done. That would be great. Also trying to think of any movie updates that I might have that I want to talk about. Last night, me and my boyfriend watched Camp Rock, so like, don't need to explain anything there. It was a fun experience, let me tell you. Other than that, I think we watched E.T. a few nights ago. We have never watched it before. It was on the best 100 movie poster list. So we watched that. It was pretty cool. It was a little bit like slow-paced and boring, but it was a cool movie and definitely one of those that you should have seen. Other than that, I don't think really I've watched any new good movies that I would recommend. And TV shows, like I haven't watched a TV show in ages. I can't. I miss the feeling of being really hooked to a TV show, you know what I mean? So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. Also, I think I'm just more of a TV show girly in the autumn and winter time. Now when it's getting warmer and spring is coming up, I feel like I just don't really have the interest. I mean, to sit down and watch it. I don't know. I would like to though, if you have any good recommendations, but it's been such a long time since I've really sat down and like looked forward to an episode of a TV show. I just tend to rewatch the same shows all over again, which is probably what's gonna happen. I'm probably gonna put on True Blood again for like the millionth time. It's okay. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Other than that, I don't think I have any movie recommendations. We scratched a new movie last night, but we did not end up watching it. We watched Camp Rock instead. I mean, course, but it was the Terminator, and my boyfriend said it was pure action, so I was like, no, not tonight. I can't. So didn't watch that, but we're gonna watch it eventually. Just pure action to me, so boring. There can definitely be action scenes in a movie, but he said it was pure action. No. I just looked at him and went, no, forget it. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go read and catch up later. Okay, please ignore how I look. It's not my day. But I've read some more. It's a while later. I've gotten up to page 211. And this guy Virgil, he puts himself in situations that he shouldn't. Okay, so I mentioned that the whole like start of this book was him being at a party and getting himself in some trouble with this so-called monster or whatever, hurting him, and he agrees to go to this other party now with the same guys. Like there's a group of guys, or like two guys specifically, that were really mean to him in the beginning and has now nestled themselves into his life, acting like friends. And for a while, like, I thought they were good guys, you know, but I'm kind of starting to question that now, because whenever they are around, bad things happen. So he goes to this party with these two guys again, and the same thing happens. He's kind of like left alone in the forest. He finds himself tied up. He hasn't even been drinking that much. Well, his boyfriend back home broke up with him over the phone. So I get that he was upset and wanted to blow off some steam, relax by drinking, I guess. But he ends up getting himself in the same situation again. He wakes up tied to a tree out in the forest all by himself. And this is like a southern city. This is in Florida, where there's a lot of like, even if this monster didn't exist, there would be like alligators and weird stuff that's in Florida. Florida, weird. A weird state. I love Florida. I've actually been there, but like the animals freak me out. But I feel like these guys know something that's in the forest or in this like place. Or I'm thinking like maybe these two guys are werewolves. Like I don't know. I have no idea. So far there's mostly been like high school drama with a little bit of a twist. So hello guys, it is Friday. It's around 12 o'clock, lunchtime. I'm soon heading out to work because I work this evening, but I wanted to hop on here and update you guys on the book because I've been reading I've been reading quite a bit this morning before work in Howl, as you know, and I've gotten up to page 328, so I definitely made some progress, which I'm very happy about. It's definitely not the best book I've read. I feel like it's reading pretty slow, and I feel like I'm not too invested in it. At the same time, I'm invested enough that I want to keep reading, you know? And I do really like this author's way of writing. As I mentioned, I've read a few of his other books, and Sean David Hutchinson has a way of talking and writing about trauma, which is like a main thing in every one of his books that I've read. So he deals with trauma in a very interesting way, and he talks about it in a very interesting way, because obviously Virgil here has been through a very traumatic experience, and not only that, but this book also has, which I don't think I mentioned, which could also be like, be aware of that because it could be triggering. It deals with sexual assault, it deals with body dysmorphia, it deals with schizophrenia. So it has like a lot of important topics in here that are worth mentioning. And Sean David Hutchinson writes about them in a very good way. I've always enjoyed his writing style about trauma and about difficult topics like that. And to this day, like, this book is also like that, which I'm very happy about. And I find it to be so interesting because it's like a mix. We have like the high school drama, the normal teenager stuff that's going on, breaking up with your boyfriend, moving, new people, new town, but you also have this twist of a lot of dark stuff going on. So I like that mix we have in this book. I really appreciate that. It makes it kind of unique, and it makes it kind of interesting rather than a normal high school drama or a normal monster story. Instead, we have both in here, which I really appreciate. But yeah, we still follow Virgil as he's dealing with what's happening to him. He has nightmares, he sleepwalks, he's not dealing with it well. He has really traumatic feelings towards this experiencing, towards the attack of this monster. And it's weird because he, as I mentioned, he hangs out with these two guys that are pretty like mean guys that they become friends. Like, I don't know, don't ask me why. And one of these guys told Virgil that, like, don't worry, like, it's gonna be okay. And he's like, how do you know? And then we find out that this guy has also been bitten or attacked by the same monster 4 years ago, and he never mentioned it until now. They have the same scars, they have the same everything. And Virgil, you know, Virgil feels like he has been infected by this monster. You know, he feels something moving inside of his body. He feels like he's gonna turn into something. He feels like there's something going on that's not right. But this other guy is just like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, don't worry. And he uses words that are very interesting. He uses words like, you're one of us now, or like, they talk about the leader of the pack. Like, it's just very mysterious and everything. But he refuses to tell him something. It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, don't worry. In time you'll see, like, when you're ready, you will find out. It's just all very mysterious. But as I mentioned, we do have some clues because he mentions like the pack, and he mentions like, you're one of us now. So obviously you can kind of see what direction this is going into, but it's all just very mysterious, and I don't really understand why it's such a big secret. And you also have more of the family drama, the dysfunctional family. You know, Virgil moved across the country with his father to his father's parents, so his grandparents, and they don't really share the same beliefs and values. So Virgil's grandfather really thinks that Virgil should man up and be a man after this traumatic event. He feels like, you know, real men don't talk about their feelings. Real men shut them in a box and put a lid on it, you know, whilst Virgil's father thinks that he should go to therapy and talk about it and actually like process his feelings, because he's obviously not doing well. So they just really don't share the same values and beliefs, and that's going to be difficult when you live under the same roof. We have that as well. So yeah, I feel like we just have a lot of stuff going on, but I'm almost done with it, and we still haven't gotten like the answers towards like what actually attacked him and other people. So I feel like it's very slow paced and just kind of like it's dragging out. I don't know, but those are my thoughts so far. I will probably finish and hopefully finish it tomorrow after work, because tonight after work I'm just gonna hop into bed because I need to be up early tomorrow for an early shift. But hopefully I will finish it tomorrow and then let you guys know my final thoughts. Yeah, I think it's just very interesting, as I mentioned, but also pretty boring and slow paced. So I'm not really sure how I'm feeling, but I am excited to see how it ends and like when we actually get the answers that I want. But yeah, now I need to get ready for work. Not gonna be able to read anymore today, but as I mentioned, I don't have a lot left, so I should be able to finish it tomorrow, hopefully. Also, I know I have a whole video posted of the box set that I got my boyfriend for his birthday, Lord of the Rings illustrated box set. I know I have a whole video of that up, so if you're really interested, go watch that. But I promised I would show it here as well, so I'm gonna show. Such a beautiful box set. So excited for him to read the books, and I got excited to read the books. I have never really been a fan of Lord of the Rings. I've never read the books. I'm trying to see the movies with my boyfriend, but it's going slow. But because of these beautiful editions, I got really excited to read the books as well, which is really fun. Beautiful books does that to you. So if you want to have like a full walkthrough of them, I show without the dust jacket, with the dust jacket, I show the box, everything. Go look at my recent video that I posted that is me showing the entire box set in detail, but I want to show it fast here because I promised. So if in case you don't want to watch that whole thing, I understand you. Here they are. So it's The Hobbit, the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and the Return of the King. And it's just like this beautiful box set. So freaking cool. And yeah, I just, they're so beautiful. I can't even. Also, I have, this is not good. This is not good. I have looked at the internet on purchasing an iMac. I know, don't come at me. Don't come at me. Like, I know. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yeah. Never really been interested in buying an iMac. I've been fine with just having my MacBook. I love the MacBooks that I've owned, and I've always thought that the iMacs looked funny, and I hate that little keyboard thing. I haven't really enjoyed it before, but I've seen so many videos on YouTube and TikTok on people unboxing these new, or they're not new, but I've really never seen them before because I haven't been interested in it. The new ones with the colors, and the fucking pink one, I'm sorry. The fucking pink iMac. I'm this close to buying it. Like, please someone stop me. I'm this close to buying it. I'm not even kidding. This is not good. And it's like, it's so hard because 50% of me is, no, you don't need it. Why would you buy it? Like, why would you buy it? You can spend that money on something else or save that money. And then the other 50% of me is, why not? Like, it's fun, you're interested in it. You've never had an iMac before, it would be fun. It could be for school, it could be for YouTube. Why not? It's a fun thing. Like, material happiness is real, and like it would be fun. So it's like, I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling. And I don't know, I'm just really so invested in it. My free time is like looking up iMac pink unboxing on YouTube. It's not great. This is dangerous because this is exactly what I did before I bought my iPad back in the day. I looked on all these like unboxing videos on YouTube, and of course I purchased one after that. Like, they just affect me so good, and it's just very dangerous. So yes, but I'm thinking about the pink one if I buy one. I'm not gonna buy one now. Like, hopefully, like, I'm not, like, I'm such a saving I'm good with money. I'm good with money. I have a save account. Like, I'm really careful with my money. Like, I am. I don't spend on unnecessary things usually. Like, sometimes, but usually I'm very good with money. But sometimes I get a little bit crazy and purchase very expensive things. So we'll see. Maybe that part of me will take over. But yeah, it's so gorgeous. The red on the back kind of destroyed it a little bit because the rest is like a light pink, and then the back of it is like red, which I first hated, but I kind of think it's cool now. But I've not seen it in real life. I've just seen it on pictures and videos, so I'm not gonna buy one until I've seen one for real, like going to a store and seeing one. I don't have an Apple store where I live, but we obviously have like other stores that have Apple products. So I'm definitely going sometime pretty soon to just check it out, to kind of feel it, to see it with my own real eyes, you know what I mean? Because I think that's important before you buy something that expensive. But yeah, just something that's stuck in my mind, you know? I've never been interested before, but now it's stuck in here, and I can't let it go. So yeah. Yeah, that's that. Monday. It's around 4 o'clock. I just got home from work. I've worked all day, showered, and gotten ready because I'm heading out soon. But I wanted to let you guys know that I just sat down and finished Howl. I read quite a bit this morning before work, and then I had one chapter left that I wasn't able to finish because I had to head to work, that I finished now. And to be completely honest, I'm glad it's over. I didn't really care for it as much as I would have wanted to. This was a pure instant buy because of the author, so I picked this one up without even really knowing what it was about, which I think we all have those authors, and Sean David Hutchinson has been one of those for me in the past. But I do think that I've outgrown him a little bit because he writes young adults and it's about kids in high school mostly, which I guess I'm just kind of over. I don't really want to read about kids in high school anymore because I can't relate, you know what I mean? So I think that might be the reason why I didn't enjoy it as much as I would have wanted to. But that's just a personal preference. If you, like, it was a really cool story and a cool book, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it, but I think it just wasn't for me in the end. I did get the answers that I wanted to, but I think it was so badly done because you have quite a big book. It's around 400 pages, 390 pages or something, and the majority of this book was purely like high school drama, a little bit of fantasy. You didn't really find out anything until the very end, which is good in a way because it keeps you reading, but honestly I kind of hated it because it was literally, you found out everything like 20 last pages. It was really weird. It felt kind of like a dark high school drama with a twist, a little bit of a fantasy twist, but not too much of a twist because you didn't get a lot of fantasy, just like a tiny bit. So mostly like a dark high school story. As I mentioned, I did really enjoy how he writes about trauma and how to overcome trauma, dysfunctional families. He has a lot of important topics that he discusses, and he handles trauma in a very good way, and he definitely writes about important stuff. So I definitely enjoy this author because of that, but apart from that, I think I'm just over his stories because they're about high school kids, and that's just not really interesting to me anymore. It could be, but this wasn't. I enjoyed reading it, but I wasn't looking forward to it. I kind of just finished it because I wanted to finish it, you know. Because I hate DNFing books. If I was a person who easily DNF'd books, I would, but I just hate doing that. I can't put myself to do it, so I just kind of wanted to get it over with. Yeah, a young teenage boy moves across the country, new town, new friends, living with his grandparents, and they don't really get along. They have different beliefs, different values and everything, and that's very difficult to live with under the same roof. That's very difficult to get along. With a little bit of a twist because he got bitten by something at a party one night, and this entire book is kind of like you are trying to figure out, or Virgil is trying to figure out what happened that night he got bitten, what kind of monster attacked him, and what is he experiencing, how he overcomes trauma, and how he finds love in theater. His life feels like it's falling apart, but he finds love in a high school play that he does. He has a huge love for theater, and that kind of saves him. He feels very grateful for that. But to be completely honest, it was pretty boring and not really my vibe. It was pretty like a fun, cool story, but nothing extravagant or special at all. I could see this being a fun book if you're doing like a Halloween readathon or like a spooky fantasy, fun fantasy readathon in the autumn. That would be fun. It's a quick and easy read, easy to get through because it's young adult. So, but other than that, it was nothing special at all, unfortunately. I feel like this reading vlog is very short. I don't know because I haven't edited it yet. But I don't want to start another book in this reading vlog because then it will be just too long. So I want to finish it now when I finish the book, you know? We'll see how long it is. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this reading vlog. If you have read this book or if you're wanting to read it, please let me know your thoughts. I would love to chat about it with you. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye!